But
so he's not interested.
Yeah, he's actually the ex-professional World of Warcraft man there.
Oh dear, the trivia's coming out. That's a story I don't like telling people.
A story for another day. Most fish cannot swim backwards, Fish123. Can they swim forward to a win, or are they losing it, boys? Take it away, it's Inferno.
That's right, we'll find out straight here. Of course, this is going to be the final map between this best of three, between last season's champions Fish and potentially an upset from HAWT. So we have to see how this goes, and HAWT straight off the bounce. Nice little 2K from Derziak, and it's going to be a 3v3 scenario for now. Surreal's going to try and keep him back as long as he can for the rest of Fish to make that rotate. And it seems like he has done, but as you can see now, T-Sac does take out Boaster. Derziak does get the trade. Connor gets one of his own, and it's only a Crucial, and Derziak as the last remaining player standing. 6 HP. Oof. It's going to be a close one here, Snoz.
Close one indeed, but Fish123 going to be pulling through with the round victory on the pistol. Obviously on train. Boaster on that second half CT pistol. And also on the first as well. I mean, 28 frags from him. We didn't really speak about it too much on the desk, the pure impact he had in that last matchup. But HAWT conceding the first pistol early on to Fish123, a team that you do not want to be giving momentum to. The issue is, obviously, if you lose that pistol on the T side, then it means the CTs can gain economy, they can run the double op setup, they can get the Molotovs, the utility required to gain control towards Banana at the start of the round. But Connor, up close with the Zeus, trying to see if he can zap someone's life away. Obviously, only $100 per kill with the Zeus, but it's only $300, so obviously that does work well in his favor. Fleeve as well with the Zeus, so quite the electric party here and towards the apartments, but no one from Fish123 taking the bait just yet.
That's right, they're not getting baited anyway, left, right or centre. Still quite surprising. HAWT lost that pistol round. Boaster's basically the Clint Eastwood of the team, you could say, especially on that train game. But does a nice dig on Crucial there on Arch, and Stanley does take out Fleeve as well. So we're looking at a 4v4 situation. Eccles does manage to take out Boaster, pushing from Banana. But Stanley now is on short to try and get that final pick, but sadly for him, does get a little bit of damage done. Not a lot, but sadly for him, will get taken down. T-Set does take out Derziak as well, and with Connor left standing as the last remaining player, not looking too good. And of course, Fish do continue with that lead. Small lead, but we'll have to see what happens into that bye round. So 2-0 in favour of Fish.
2-0 indeed. And for HAWT, unable to win that last one, obviously, with the eco, as they did get the bomb down in the pistol, which does allow them to go for the AK buy into the third round. Only Boaster going to be warding a MAC-10. Apart from that, AKs across the board. As one player did have to take the hit for firepower to invest into the utility. So that does mean we are going to be into a buy round this early on. The jump spot from Derziak. Nice shot there. Fleeve as well, going to be clearing out apartments here against Fish. So 5 versus 3 as the early frags go in favour of the terrorist side. And if we can see deja vu to HAWT's terrorist side on train, Fish123 have quite the tough task ahead of them. Actually, Surreal as well, going to go for the gamble stack towards the A side. Concedes full control towards B. With the drop as well onto Fleeve, that does signal that they are going to go towards the B site. HAWT, as of right now, don't understand that the site's completely vacant, but now once they walk into it, they're going to realise there's no one here from Fish, and Fish should just save.
That's right, there was quite a huge risk from Fish to have all 3 members gone on that A site. Fleeve did a good job of staying around that second mid, trying to get an apps to at least try and delay him enough, but speaking of the devil now, Surreal, with her first 2 crucial picks on this retake now. Crucial is on the site. Nico's just waiting patiently just to see if he can get anything going, but both members are on Banana in a fantastic spot so far. But will they expect both members on the Banana? And Surreal with another 2. I think that was a 4K maybe from Surreal. I'm not too sure if that was an ace or not, but fantastic play considering their circumstances. Going for that retake, it was 4v3 in favour of HAWT, but of course Surreal getting that crucial 2 kills and then finish off the next 2 on Banana. Fantastic play, and it's a great way for them to start that bye round.
Round number 4 then. from a 3 versus 5, they managed to transition it into a round victory of their own. Impressive plays, to say the least, there from Fish. Obviously, even myself, I said they should probably go for the retake, sorry, the save here in that scenario. But instead, they go for the onslaught towards B, but this time it's going to be towards second mid as Stanley with the hat-trick spray down in towards second middle. As this is obviously the eco coming out from WeHot. They're going to be saving this round, then going for the investment into round number 5. So we are going to be witnessing the 4-0 lead here for Fish early on into Inferno. Dersiak does find the head of Crucial, but so far, does that really change the odds here? It's still going to be heavily favoured to Fish123, but he can obviously try and do some economical damage before he eventually will be taken care of. But round number 5 here. And Stanley with the spray transfer of a lifetime. Nearly gets the 4th kill as well, but unfortunately runs out of bullets. But 4-0 here, Harry, as early on, Fish123 look good.
That's right, it's a fantastic start by Fish. If there's a start they needed to try and kind of get the pressure off, the edge off, you could say, it was definitely the start of this half. Of course, that last game, that last map, you could say, really bad showings by Fish, but they've completely turned things around. They've, of course, gone in with a fresh mind going into this Inferno map. But now they're playing as a WeHot, the buy round with the full utility to see if they can at least capitalise, try and get the round back in some way, shape or form. But as you can see now, Cyril will be coming back to library to make sure no one is coming from long. And T-Sack and Stanley is, and of course, waiting for him as well. Does get Molly down to keep him back just ever so slightly, but Flea does manage to get away, jump into pit, managed to take out Stanley, surprisingly enough. T-Sack does get Molly down. Sorry, T-Sack mollies down Dersiak in the end. T-Sack gets a second, maybe even a third. So just get that second last remaining player. Sadly, he doesn't. But nice little 3K from him to take things on board into this round.
He may have done enough there for Fish123. T-Sack in towards Graveyard as he does send them to a fitting end. 5-0 then. 3 players staying alive as well for Fish123 as they head into the 6th. So all in all, this play here as well delays the bomb going down. Also finds the extra kill there towards Quad. And turns it from a 5 versus 4 in favour of WeHot to a 4 versus 3. Sorry. Yeah, 4 versus 3 instead in favour of Fish. So, going to be the quasi-buy once again from WeHot. A team that is so strong in terms of momentum. They need to get off to a strong lead if they want a chance into this matchup. And the unfortunate realisation is they could be facing a 6-0 score early on. And to be honest, it feels like my prediction of the 2-1 in favour of Fish is going to come to fruition.
Yeah, when it comes to predictions, mate, I'm definitely going to listen to you in the future. And as you can see now, we spoke about Boaster quite a lot in the past on this team. One of the main fraggers, the top fraggers, you would say. One of the main players in this lineup, but he hasn't even got a kill on the board yet, which is quite surprising. He hasn't really got into the swing of things, hasn't gotten anything going as of yet, but hopefully in these next few rounds that will change and he will step up in this mark. And of course, bit of a slow start so far. WeHot seems like it has been more about map picks in this kind of scenario, considering how things are going in this Inferno match. But it's looking very difficult to stay at the moment. You could be right, this could be a 6th round in favour of Fish if they don't get anything going here, but we'll have to see if Crucial and Eccles manage to hold him off on that B site.
Yeah, crossfire here towards CT and the back boxes established by Fish123. As anticipated, the 6th round going to be claimed by Fish123 going forward. So now from WeHot, almost a must-win round if they want any chance of having a decent T side. And Inferno's a map as well which can be lent towards the T sides themselves. We've seen many times in pro play, even in the Premiership as well, the terrorist side on Inferno winning the half. And Fish123, they're 2 rounds from securing the win on the half and a bare minimum. But aggression towards the top of Banana early on. Dersiak goes for the turn with a flashbang, which should have been coming in from his teammate. Instead, going to be left out to dry. As we see the advantage once again in favour of the CT side. Smoke as well towards top Banana means that map control is in favour of them as well, just to rub salt into the wounds.
Seems like Fish have got everything under control. WeHot now just can't seem to find an answer, let alone adapt to anything they're doing. Crucial's been AWPing fantastically from top mid, from short, from every angle. We know what Crucial's like with that AWP. Very unorthodox, always changes positions all the time. You've never seen this guy, well, in retrospect, you will never see this guy do the same thing twice. And it's really working out for them, considering the situation. But like we said before, still early days, only round 7. But if they really want to get anything going, they really need to do some drastic work going into this. But it looks like now, HAWT may potentially go for this and execute. But it seems that they're quite paranoid with how Crucial's been playing, because he's been in so many different circumstances, so many different positions, you could say. But I can't really predict what's going to happen entering this site.
It's a tough call to make. And Crucial does get sandwiched towards Arch and towards Quan as well, but it's going to be Stanley with the well-timed push through the smoke in towards Library to catch the remaining 2 players off guard. And 7-0 now in favour for Fish123, and now we finally see the tactical pause from HAWT. Something we never saw from Fish123 when they were down 12-3 at the first half of Train. And now with the cash as well, $8,000 for Stanley, $8,000 as well for Surreal going forward into the CT side matchup on Inferno. Fish123 have enough cash to buy for 2 more rounds if they lose this one as well, which means we need to see consistency from HAWT, a string of rounds if they want any chance of breaking the economy from Fish123. Otherwise, it could be the storyline we saw in Train, where Fish123 lose a round, it goes 7-1, HAWT then lose it, get economically reset, and this could be a 16-5 here, Harry.
Yeah, it could potentially be a replica of what we saw on Train. Maybe a couple round difference, but it's definitely looking that way. And like you mentioned before, they can buy at least a couple more rounds afterwards. And it's going to be quite interesting. Of course, I've just been told that HAWT did make that tactical pause. I'll be surprised if Fish did, considering their circumstances at the moment, and enjoy themselves. You can tell, a little bit of body disrespect here and there. I think a couple of rounds might have missed it, but it's looking that way. The momentum's definitely swung in their favour. But HAWT now have really got to discuss and decide and try and work out an equation to try and figure out exactly how not only to find the answer to enter some of these sites and stop them getting those retakes, but of course to try and adapt to how they're playing. Well, as soon as they get these few rounds on the board, then we could see things completely change, but it's a matter of how and when.
Yeah, the problem is as well, is it going to be consistent? Are they going to be reset? Is it going to be a couple of rounds and then, it's an 11-4 or a 10-5? Is that even going to be enough going forward? But seems like HAWT want to take this one a bit faster. As Connor saves, Nico saves as well, but we've seen a force spike come out from Dersiak and Boaster. Seems like there might be turmoil here in the camp of HAWT. Players arguing to go for the force, and players instead going for the save. This is getting quite strange here, Harry.
It's definitely a weird one as a bet. And like you mentioned before, you were talking about how aggressive they were at the start. And that's the thing we saw on Train. The one thing we saw from HAWT was the fact that they changed their playstyle all the time. Not just like the 5-man rushes here and there and all that kind of bits and pieces. It's more the fact that sometimes they were passive, sometimes they were aggressive. They were changing things up all the time. But it seems like these passive plays against Fish is just not working out too well for them. But it seems like they managed to get on the site. But the positions Fish are in, it's not looking too bad. But even though Bosa does get that first pick, T-Sac gets 2 of his own. Crucial gets 1. T-Sac with a 3K so far. And sadly for him, Connor will get taken down by Eccles in the end. Absolutely no answers and nothing to do so far. And they're just really struggling to figure out answers. Even if they do get on the site and get the bomb planted, you've got players like Surreal getting a 4K in a 4v3 circumstance and bringing things back. It's going to be a question of how many rounds can they even get back in this half, or if even they could be delaying inevitable for the whole match.
It's true. I mean, is it already too late, you could argue? 8-0 down on their terrorist side here on Inferno. And it seems like Crucial doesn't want to let go of the trigger just yet. Aggression in towards second mid. Doesn't quite get the kill, but it does spot the bomb out towards second mid, so that's information that can be relayed across the team in their comms. HE grenade as well, sending Connor down to 59 points of health. As HAWT are looking to take control towards top banana. HE's though going back in favour of the T's, as Stanley now having to fall back. Actually, that's towards the A site, apologies. The HE's from HAWT weren't really doing too much damage. So for me, my money, the next kill is the difference maker here. We HAWT each and every time, bar the first buy round, lose the first player, be it to Crucial, be it to Eccles towards the A site, somewhere, shape or form, they keep losing that first player and they just have nowhere to come back from it.
And we HAWT haven't really technically had a proper full buy. We've seen with Umps, Galils, and before it was like some 4 CZs and stuff, just to try and get something going. You kind of feel like they're kind of getting a bit desperate for these rounds. They know how important it is, and it does look like now that B Execute will be playing Surreal and Crucial. Probably the 2 players you don't want to run into will be standing guard, but it looks like Eccles will be coming round, knowing that time is ticking, and Crucial does miss that first shot. Surreal does manage to get one down. Crucial does get a trade in the end. Surreal gets 2 of his own, but you just got to stay alive and wait for that rotate, but it doesn't matter anyway, as Eccles again cleans the job for that round, and we're going to continue to question how we HAWT are going to come back in this, but it's getting to the stage now where we wonder if we actually can or not.
9-0. A lot of support on Twitter from Boaster fans, but unfortunately it feels like those cheers have fallen on deaf ears. So, Eco now from We HAWT, which means we could be witnessing a 10-0 scoreline, and especially with Stanley once again finding the first frag for the CT side. All remaining players as well from We HAWT going to be situated towards middle, bombers in towards apartments, but apart from that, Crucial set up for success towards the archway, but actually it seems like We HAWT ought to be testing his skill with that weapon today. Instead, they slow the pace of the round down, but Crucial going to be capitalizing off of that misfortune. T-Sack in towards pit as well, going to be hiding, waiting for the players to jump out, waiting for the players to not be looking his way, and catches the easy frags as they come.
And of course, T-Sack does clean up with 2 of his own at the end. And looking at the stats now, Surreal and T-Sack both going 12-2, Crucial 13-5, and of course, with We HAWT, there's not really too much to say. It's all quite similar in terms of the stat line. No one doing a great job, and also trying to do as much as they can. But of course, We HAWT now with another tactical pause and a lot to discuss. But even after that first tactical pause they had earlier, they obviously tried to explain things to each other, what they need to do for that next round, and nothing really came out of it. You could tell that there wasn't really too much going into that round following after that first tactical pause, but this second one has to mean something, because if they lose this round, we're not really too sure what's going to happen from here. But at least this time, they'll have a full buy, decent enough utility to try and make an impact. Hopefully get this first round on the board.
Hopefully indeed. Last time I saw a 16-0. Oof, I don't think we had any in the Premiership, did we? It was 16-1, 16-2.
Yeah, we got a lot of 16-2s, but 16-0, it's... I'm not really too sure, to be fair, for the top of my head.
Funny enough, actually, the last time I saw a 16-0 was Epsilon versus Prophecy, Gfinity Finals, and Fleeve was on the receiving end of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he lost 16-0 Mirage versus Smooya. Wouldn't want that to happen again at a UK LAN final. So, Fish already 6 rounds away from the W, and We HAWT still at the starting line, 16 away. Still got a lot to prove for this Crucial. Ooh, shoots between the legs there. As the push still comes in from Stanley. So much aggression from the CT side to leave no room for We HAWT to even breathe in towards apartments. However, Stack coming in towards the backside, towards the B side. Eccles, Surreal, been so strong towards B time and time again. They've made it work, and this time again for the team of Fish123 is Stanley with the kill in towards Apps. Now, where does We HAWT fall into this one? Do they walk in towards the A site where Eccles is boosted quad? Surreal has the crossfire towards first oranges. They've also got the flashbang ready from Stanley. Wherever they go, it feels like defeat is going to be their maker.
And look at this as well. Stanley's already rotated, getting ready for that B execute. They can smell something already. Of course, Crucial and Surreal are there with him. But Stanley does pull back a little bit just due to the fact that Derziak is trying to cause some kind of distraction, but he's not falling through it at all. Surreal straight away with that first pick. Drops back down. Stanley just trying to take him off guard, but Boaster does clean him up. But Crucial and Echoes again finishing the last couple of members, and Echoes again finishing the job with that nice little 2Ks. It's not looking too good, and that 16-0 you were talking about before in Fish's favour, I wouldn't be too surprised at this stage. You know, you're going to be pretty, not very upbeat in this kind of circumstance.
Oh, most definitely. You've just won 16 to, what was it, 4 or 5 or something ridiculous. Obviously, we know that Boaster is a player that will be screaming, shouting, have that elation. The problem when you are so emotional is, obviously, it works against you as well. Are the comms as good when no one's screaming and shouting and no one's upbeat? Are players as confident as they were in the last match? Absolutely not, but speaking of confidence, maybe some slight overconfidence from Crucial towards middle as he does concede the opening kill towards middle. Banana control in favour of the CTs as it allows for the rotation of the extra man to come towards the A site, and now with the 3 versus 4, thanks to Surreal. This could be another round here for a 12-0 for Fish. Stanley, right behind that smoke. Here's the boost. Spots the feet as well, but they didn't anticipate the fact that Stanley's right below them as the push comes through on towards the balconies. But underneath them, unsuspecting, lurking in the smoke, is Stanley, as he may have just done enough to throw a spanner in the works against HAWT. Connor, the remaining player, as he goes into the 1 versus 1.
That's right, T-Sac going to try and make it 12-0, and he does. And of course, Eccles did a fantastic job, went down to that bomb with Banana to make sure that Fish had all the info they need to let them know that they will be pushing onto A site, and of course rotated round straight afterwards. But Connor, sadly for him, hoping to get that last, well, I said it last round, the first round on the board in this game, and it just wasn't to be, you could say. Crucial, you could say earlier that when he got picked off straight off the bat, he was trying to be a little bit, not unorthodox, but just trying to be a little bit cocky. But it's one of those situations where he's allowed to be at this stage. You can actually take, when you've got this many rounds ahead, you can take a lot more risks. And when you do take a lot more risks, maybe some weird plays here and there, then you can get your additional rounds because it's out of the meta. But already now, Derziak's been taken out straight away. Surreal and Eccles with another kill of their own, and Nico just sitting there. Hopefully he can, hope for dear God, but he can actually get something done here. He does get mollied, takes one down before he dies, but 13-0. We would not have expected this compared to that 16-4 loss on their side on Train.
13-0 then. HAWT may just be mentally tapping out of this best of 3. 16-0. We're going to have to get Jack back here.
We will, yeah.
I think he's gone downstairs.
I had to pull him back up, I think. I'm sure he'll be watching this as well. He is at some stage. Crucial again with that first pick. It's been kind of the story of the game, really. Like, he's been taking a lot of risks this game, but I said it before, high risk, high reward, and it seems like that way. And managed to get back just in time before Fleeve tries to take him down, but T-Sac gets 2 of his own straight off the bat. Derziak, last man standing in a 1 versus 3. And yeah, this 16-0 is, yeah, it's looking that way. And it's not looking too good, in all fairness.
13-0. As you said, it's going to be the 1 versus 3 for Derziak. With a minute left on the clock. Bomb going to be picked up. As you can see, Eccles going to be hearing the footsteps towards T-Spawn. So now they know exactly where Derziak is lurking. Ooh, Crucial as well. May have spotted the shoulder going in towards Banana. But Eccles setting up for the knife. But eventually, Crucial's going to pull the trigger. And Eccles doesn't want to miss out on the fun. 14-0. As this matchup's taken about 15 minutes. These have been quick rounds, one-sided rounds. Fish basically firing on all cylinders. It's Crucial, Surreal, 16-4 for Surreal. 15-6 as well for Crucial. Those are the players we're expecting to deliver. T-Sac as well, 17 kills, Harry. This is unbelievable from them so far.
This day has become weird, and each map, each time, it's got weirder and weirder. Considering the circumstances from last map, this map, it could be a 16-0. Potentially the first one we've even had in the Prem. But of course, Fish, if they do take this last round, they will win that pistol, try and make that potential first 16-0. Connor just trying to get that first frag on the ball, but sadly for him, Surreal does manage to get away with that 37 HP, and Stanley will be making that slow rotate just in case WeHot do make that be execute. But it looks like they will be rotating back round to see if they can find any info on that A side.
2 players still here towards the A side. Crucial. Backed up by T-Sack as well. As Fish123 do not want to let go of their perfect record on this map. Crucial with the first frag as he spots the bomb as well. The rotation's going to be coming in from Eccles, Stanley, Surreal as well. Flood towards the A site as WeHot have run out of utility. They have no flashbangs, no smokes to try and ward it off the AWP from Crucial. And now they walk one by one into their demise.
That's right, it's not looking too good at all. We're talking about when they're going to get their first round. It looks like they're at this stage they're never going to get their first round. And sadly for Connor, again on his Larry, in a 1v5. No, but even though there is no one on that site, he's got 15 seconds to try and do something. And of course, with that bomb at A, there is absolutely no chance he will make any kind of comeback trying to get this round on the board. So, first half, 15-0 to Fish. Who would have thought it, eh?
Unbelievable. Frustration shown there with the spam of the AK, just desperate to try and find any kills, any confidence he can try and gain into the second half. As this is weird. If Fish123 win the pistol, they win the game.
Yeah.
Literally.
That is quite a strange one, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's so many things to talk about, though, as to how they actually won. Well, we haven't seen won yet, but managed to win that half 15-0. It's just the amount of times we saw Crucial without AWP just taking so many risks in these 50-50 1v1s he can easily have. But that just shows pure confidence. When you've got no fear at all in so much confidence in the actual AWPing abilities or in those kind of circumstances, you can make those kind of risks. But it seems like every single one, bar a couple of rounds, has actually paid off. And right now, Fish are just basically playing with food.
Yeah. We cold 0. Fish123 and 15 as we go into the pistol round and what might be the final one at that in this best of 3. Nico in towards apartment's going to be gaining information, but it all comes down to the capable aim of Dersiak. Spots at the first player towards middle of the bomb as well as it wraps around towards quad. But so far the round is hemorrhaging players left, right and centre.
No, you're right. And of course, Stanley does get taken down, but does get the bomb plant anyway. T-Sack managed to take out Fleeve, gets traded by Dersiak straight off the bat. Eccles takes one of his own, but Dersiak's really trying to get this kill in, but he's really struggling. And sadly for him, Crucial does take him down 2v2 now, and Crucial and Eccles are just trying to delay them for time as much as they can. Just one more kill. And Bose is the last man standing for WeHot to try and at least stop him from getting that 16-0. But sadly for him, it wasn't to be. And yes, 16-0 for Fish. Who would have thought it? It's just pretty weird stuff, but fair play to them.
Yeah, fair play indeed. Not a single round dropped against the likes of Boaster, Connor, respected, strong, experienced players within the UK scene. Dersiak, Nico, highly skilled players as well, and to not even gain a single round when he had that much skill, very surprising. Oh, hello.
That's my bad. I've done that. Much like WeHot, I've made a couple of mistakes, but we'll move past it.
They've got 16-0, boys. That's just not, it's not on. What's going on there? They've just been absolutely blown out of the water. It's like that bit in Jaws.
It was pretty much, literally, like, I think even Snods said it earlier, it's the fact that at the 8-9-0 mark, Alex called it and said, you know what, this could actually be a 16-0 considering how well they've been playing. And even then, with Fish, they were still, in terms of their work ethic, like their discipline, they were still doing what they should be doing the whole time. They weren't trying to make any flashy plays, just trying to play as routine, as standard as always. But with Crucial making these crucial picks, you could say, no pun intended, with that first kill in most of these rounds, they were just letting them get away with murder. And it was like quite a rare feat because considering like what he was doing, and it's so risky, and what he was actually doing with that AWP, I was surprised he got away with it so many times. And there's a few times where it didn't have enough utility to even throw him off guard in any way.
Yeah, I mean, you can see how rapid it was just by the fact that is all the highlights we have from it. It was,
that was it.
Over just like that.
And the thing is as well, right, the fact that it was such a short highlight reel goes to show that it wasn't exactly flashy kills. It was a kill here, a kill there, or typically towards the B site especially, Surreal and Eccles playing near perfect CS in terms of their setup, always playing a crossfire setup, always having the players walk into the blender essentially in a crossfire of M4s, and it was a kill there, a kill